Hey everybody, this is Darren from In a Darkened Room, and first of all, I want to thank everybody for the continued support. You may have noticed we had to take a couple of weeks off. Basically, life happens. We had a few life situations that caused the delay. These things happen from time to time, but we've got a huge number of amazing shows coming up that I think you're really going to love. One is about the blockbuster rock explosion of the mid-70s, like in 76, 77. All these albums came out of nowhere to sell far more copies than they'd ever sold before. We're talking like Fleetwood Mac Rumors, Peter Frampton, Frampton Comes Alive, Jackson Browne, Boston Self-Titled. We're going to discuss all of that from like an industry angle, from a popular music angle, and where it fits in history in retrospect. So that's a lot of fun. But coming up really soon, we're going to have an episode about Rush, and we had a special guest for that. And I was thinking, who can I get to help us out with this? We just wanted to do the top 10 Rush songs of all time. And so I got my buddy, Matt Deis, who is a great musician, amazing bass player, formerly of CKY, All That Remains. He currently plays with Tristan McIntosh, who you've heard me talk about on the channel before, my favorite current singer. Matt's just an amazing musician, and more than that, an amazing guy. We've had so much fun. We've hung out a couple of times, me and him, and his girlfriend Tara, who's also an awesome person as well. But Matt came on, a very knowledgeable, very intelligent person, and we listed our top 10 Rush songs. Me, Chris, and him just went, in a circle and went 10-1. So it was a lot of fun, and we want to thank Matt so much for doing that. And while we're talking about Rush, I wanted to show you a couple of things that didn't make the episode. I did get to meet Rush back on May 26, 2004. My buddy John Vasquez, got backstage passes, and he knew I was a big, huge fan, so I was his guest. And we got to meet Alex, we got to meet Getty. Here's the picture of that. Also a picture of the backstage pass. And they were just great guys. It was very rushed, no pun intended. You didn't get to spend a whole lot of time with them, but they snapped a picture and sent it via email after the show. But it was really cool. Didn't get to meet Neil, obviously, because Neil didn't do those types of things, and unfortunately, we'll never get to meet Neil. But one other last thing I wanted to show was this right here. This was a magazine from 1988. You can see this here, Hit Parader magazine. I was a big fan of this. It's got Metallica on the cover. So I wrote a letter to the editor regarding Rush. And I was going to read that to you because it's pretty funny. My journalism career didn't last too long, but my love for Rush lives to this day. But here's what I said. I would like to extend my most grateful thanks to the members of Rush for the music they have supplied over the years. These guys have cranked out 12 studio albums in 13 years, and all of them have been different, deeper, and successful. If more groups spent more time with their hands on the strings instead of on girls' asses, maybe they could enjoy some of what Rush has. Classy, huh? They are a wonderful example of a group who is totally dedicated to their music and doesn't care for all the glamour that other groups do. Sure, their music may have slowed down a little bit over the years, but their musicianship has only gotten better. You glamour bands better realize that longevity is not based on looks, it's based on music. So there you go. That was from 1988. Back then, it was a different world. You could just email stuff into websites and stuff, and they would publish it. Now, back then, you had no idea. You actually wrote a letter and mailed it, and you didn't know if it would show up on there in the magazine publication or not. So I remember me and my buddy Scott, we were working at a hardware store. We took a break, went to the local Kroger who actually had this magazine, thumbed through it, and I found it, and I'm like, OMG, they published my letter. So anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. So that's from 1988. If you run into that, you'll see my name and everything. It exists. Anyway, thanks for the support. Lots of great episodes coming up, and I hope you enjoy them, and we will see you soon.